Now, before we move on to the next speakers, I just wanted to say a few words about ITS UK and ITS in general. I get asked quite a bit what actually is ITS, and this is a very knowledgeable room, but sometimes when you go outside of audiences like this, you get the question around what is it? We cover some 175 organisations from both the public and private sector, and we cover all types of transport technology, and that's where we see ITS really as being. That's things like mobility as a service, connected and automated vehicles, enforcement technology, smart ticketing, road user charging, active travel, a huge amount of different applications for where transport technology is. And this sector has huge potential. It conservatively is valued at £1.5 billion. I think that figure's a bit low, and could generate some £15 billion in economic growth a year. It's highly skilled jobs, it's burgeoning export, and UK expertise is valued across the UK. It's also enabling safer transport, more efficient transport, helping with deliver Vision Zero on the road network and improve safety on the rail and bus network. It's improving information, helping customer engagement, giving the travelling public more options and choice in their journeys. And it's also helping decarbonise the network by reducing congestion. And ultimately, it has a key role to play in optimising the entire transport system, which ultimately is very useful in particularly difficult fiscal times like we're in now, where we need to do more with less. But I think there's so much more we could do in enabling and using transport technology to support the UK. And it would be remiss of me not to mention our Future of Transport manifesto that we published just before the general election in June. And we had 10 recommendations in there that we think are key to enabling and unlocking greater growth on the transport network through technology. And if you will humour me, I'd just like to go very quickly through those now. So first and foremost, using the significant amount of data available on the network and supporting utilising smart data to revolutionise transport in the same way open banking revolutionised finance. Number two, using the new Automated Vehicles Act to enable the UK to become a global leader in self-driving technology. Number three, delivering a MAS strategy, which, as Adam mentioned, there's an integrated transport strategy on its way, should be central to all we do in terms of integrated transport. Speeding up the rollout of smart ticketing, supported by a commitment to fares parity, however a ticket is purchased. Issuing a new micromobility bill to ensure that we have the regulatory framework for e-scooters and other forms of micromobility. Delivering a roadmap for mobility pricing that enables the better and fairer use of the road network. And ultimately, using technology to support road safety, particularly by sorting out the Home Office type approval for enforcement tech that has been a barrier to innovation in that sector. We're also calling for support for demand-responsive transport to be given the same status for VAT as other modes of public transport, and a different approach to procurement that means that we can utilise transport technology and that local authorities don't focus on capital expenditure but are allowed to use more operational expenditure. And very finally, and very prescient for today, using the homegrown intelligent transport industry as a key export of strategic value to the UK. And given the international focus of this event, it's a clear reminder of the international scope of the UK sector and the ability of what we can do overseas. If you're interested in our manifesto, it's at www.its-uk.org/manifesto. And to make those recommendations really easy to digest, we put them in a 2-page, 100-day plan. So you can find that on our website too. And we will be monitoring how that plan is delivered as well and what we can tick off on that list. I would like to say a big thank you to all the members who helped us put that manifesto together. It was no easy task, and I don't think we were the only ones who weren't expecting the general election to be called. So it was a rush at the end. But what I do want to say is that we'll be using those recommendations reflected in all that we do going forward, including upcoming policy papers, our autumn budget response, and much more besides. And although the Minister Greenwood couldn't be with us today, she sends her apologies, we are meeting her in the upcoming weeks to discuss what we've put in that manifesto. And as the Transport Secretary said, the motto for the department is move fast and fix things. And I don't think there's actually a better saying for what transport technology can do as well. So we will be sure to align what we're doing with that.